1 million clone troopers and Jedi Knights have currently been trapped inside of a city. They entered the city thinking the Separatists were there, finding none of them. And then the Seppies sprung their trap. 4.2 million B1 Battle Droids, Super Battle Droids, and BX Commando Droids emerged from the outskirts of the city and now surround the 1 million clone troopers and Jedi. It will be the bloodiest Clone Wars battle we have ever seen in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, and it will be incredible. If you guys do enjoy this video, hit the like button, helps me out a ton. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Either way, let's get into it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, boys, it's time to get into this thing. The clones getting flanked by millions of droids here. Let's go ahead and press start on this here battlefield. The clones react to the droids, as you can see, and start moving to intercept. This is a very infamous bridge for us here. Just so many units have died over here in our many battles at this bridge, so it's only fitting to check it out. I thought it'd be very fun to do just a full-fledged city assault battle where all the different parts of the battle are moving, because typically we do attack and defend in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 because the game just kind of works better that way. But I don't know, in this instance, I think this is very hype and just works extremely well for us. Tons of droids going down over here, and some clones going down. The clones are better than the droids at about a 4-to-1 difference in here. These battle droids in particular are pretty weak and very much like the Clone Wars battle droids from the TV series, and the clones are just sort of the opposite of that. But where the clones are going to get into some trouble is over here, where they're going to have to be dealing with some B2 battle droids. These guys are going to be lethal, and we can see some clones got caught out at the top of the mountain up here and are having to deal with a number of B2s up this way. These B2s are better than your average clone trooper, and it will result in many clone trooper deaths over here. As you can see, they're just coming on in and eviscerating these clones. The clones are fighting back and managing to get a few kills on the B2s, but overall, it is going to be a tough battle for these clone troopers over this way. And let's head over in this direction. So we've got the clones running through these different city streets to go up against various B2s, B1s, the whole shebang. And look at this. Look at the body pile of clones building up over here fighting B2s in these city streets. That is brutal. Luckily for the clones, most of the droid infantry is composed of B1 battle droids, which is going to be very helpful for them because they're a lot easier to kill. Let's check out what's going on over this way. So we still have more clone troopers moving through over here, and some are going in the water, which is a mistake because you can very easily drown in there. So we'll have some elemental kills for sure in this battle. And here we do have some of those Jedi moving through B1 battle droids over this way. That's pretty fun to see. There's not a crazy amount of Jedi on the battlefield. I think there's like 100,000 or something. I can't remember exactly how much I put, but there's a considerable amount where they will make a difference in this battle. However, they will likely die out, I think, just charging the droids like they are doing right now. They start off, of course, with a lot of health, but as the droids just absolutely annihilate them with blaster fire. I mean, like, look at all the droids over here. It's a crazy amount. They'll be just spamming fire into tons and tons of Jedi. The Jedi will have a mass casualty event pretty soon here, I think. Already, some of them starting to die, and most of them are extremely bloodied from the amount of damage that they've taken already. So there is just a ton of B1 battle droids over here fighting Jedi, and as you can see, everything to the left is B1 battle droids, everything to the right is clone troopers and Jedi, and it's just pandemonium. It's just so much firing, so much death. Absolutely crazy. Those are all those Jedi moving through. And then we have even more B1 Battle Droids over this way fighting Jedi. And already, I mean, there's just extreme numbers of dead B1 Battle Droids all over the place. Like, the casualties for both sides must be insane. But I want to see the BX Commando Droids before we check out those casualties, just to get a final idea of how every single element of this battle is currently going. And I don't know where we put the BX Commando Droids. I am having a lot of trouble finding them on this here battlefield. They should be around here, I think. Ah, here are the BX Commando Droids. Okay, so this is probably the strongest unit that the droid army has at their disposal. They're fairly deadly, and they can kill some serious clone troopers and Jedi. I believe there's about 50,000 of them on the battlefield, I think. I can't remember exactly the number as I put in, but look at this. Tons of dead Jedi over this way because they're fighting those BX Commando Droids and B1s at the same time, and they're just not used to fighting these BXs. They've been clobbering B1s this whole time. Fighting BXs is a lot harder. Oh my god, look at this bridge. God, the Jedi are just charging the bridge and just getting gunned down completely. Alright, let's finally check out these losses. So, currently, the clone troopers have lost 117,000 troopers. So they've lost about 1/10 of their total. Meanwhile, the droids have lost almost 1,860,000 droids are dead on the battlefield. Whoo! That is a very big difference. So right now the clones are kind of crushing it, but I think the clone strength will wane as the battle goes on, and they will start to take more and more losses as the BX Commando Droids and B2 Super Battle Droids are kind of all that's remaining. Look at all this fire though. Clones on the right, droids on the left, and then of course there's more firing all the way over that way because the droids just completely surround the clones from all sides. So yeah, this is just absolutely crazy. I'd actually love to see a time-lapse of these Jedi charging over this bridge and dying. I think that would be pretty entertaining to watch. So let's go ahead and check this out. Alright, the droids have defeated the Jedi crossing this bridge here, but now they're moving on to fight, well, even more Jedi and a lot of clone troopers that they have slain. That is crazy. Look at this body pile right here of clone troopers. That is contributing heavily to the 220,000 dead clones on the battlefield right now. 220,000! That is a lot of dead clones. Meanwhile, 1.5 million dead droids. That leaves, as of right now, 1.9 million droids left alive and 632,000 clone troopers left alive. So clones are still outnumbered 3-1, but they've cut back that 4-1 outnumbering by quite a bit, which is really nice. Look at the amount of fire over here from clone troopers. That is insane. Unluckily for them, though, very little of that fire is escaping and hitting the enemy because of the sheer number of buildings out here. So that's a pretty major problem, I will say. All right, let's check out the other sides of the battlefield. So over here, this is where those droids were attacking at the bridge, and it looks like the clones have pushed out a little bit, but there's still just hordes more droids. I mean, like, there's so many droids over here, man. Just a tremendous amount, so that'll go on for a while. There's also still a lot of droids up here. They killed the very few clone troopers who were up here. It looks like it cost them quite greatly, but yeah, the clones did take some losses up here. Here are the B2s still attacking down this hillside. The clone troopers trying desperately to hold these like little micro forts that are within the city and stuff like that. They're pretty good defensive points, but I mean, these B2s are really going after them really, really hard. So, I mean, it looks like in certain parts the clones are definitely losing, and in other parts the clones are definitely winning. I would say over here with the B2s, the clones are struggling a good bit. I mean, all that fire right there is going out, but again, a lot of it's hitting buildings and stuff like that, and the B2s just have a lot of health. They're pretty tough to handle. I will say that's a brutal part of the battle. Over this way, lots of dead droids on the battlefield. Yeah, the clones have done like a bit of a breakthrough over here and are moving and side-sweeping through a lot of these droids. Very nice. It's a mix of B1s and B2s over here, all firing away at the clone troopers. That'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Oh my god, look at this horde over here in this little valley. Wow, just outside the city walls. Lots of droids. The clones pressuring from over here. That could end pretty well for the clones, I feel like, if they could trap those droids that way. Now, over this way. What is this? Wow, the Jedi and clone trooper combo over here has pushed all the way to the opposite end of the battlefield over this way and are pressuring the last of the droids on this side. So this side is almost completely done. The clones and Jedi have pushed all the way over here. So this is the spot where the clones are definitely winning currently. Wow. Well, let's check out the droids holding this bridge defense. These are all droids right here with those Jedi coming in. I think this will be a pretty cool time lapse. So let's get an overhead of this. Well, once again, the battle here didn't last very long on this portion. Hopefully some of those Jedi did die because it cost the droids a lot, like a lot. Looks like, yeah, some of them did die. Are they glitched in permanent animation? Okay, cool. We've got 361,000 dead clones and Jedi now, so that's about a third of their total force, a little bit more, and 2.14 million dead droids. I don't know who's gonna win this because right now the commandos are like dominating over this way. Like the commando droids and the B2s are doing great against the clones and Jedi, but the B1s are doing really poorly. Like super duper poorly. It's not good. Let's time lapse this overhead here because I think this will be pretty cool. Slowly, the fire in this area has sort of disintegrated a little bit. There's not as much going on over here anymore, and it's because the BXs have broken through the clone lines and are now moving closer and closer towards the center over this way. Over here, there's still a lot of clones, though, so droids are still fighting a lot over this way. The droids have made actually quite a comeback now. There are 630,000 dead clones, which is a lot more than we saw earlier. It's double. And 2.6 million dead droids. So it's still tough to say who's going to win this thing, man. It really is tough to say. At this moment in time, the droids have 666,000 troopers remaining, and the clones have 216,000 troopers remaining. I don't know how much of that is Jedi. I don't know how much of that is clones, which makes it a little bit harder, you know. But we've got a lot of clones moving over this way, taking on a lot of droids over here. Oh, it's rough. It is rough. So overall, we just kind of got to let it ride for a little bit. So let's do that. More time has gone by here, and things are not looking good for the clones at all. They've got a mere 100,000 troopers left, which is pretty small, all things considered. And of course, they do have some Jedi left too, which is good. But like overall, not the best. 367,000 droids remaining, which is kind of a lot for 10,000 clones to go through. Kind of a lot. Man, I really thought the clones were going to have an easy sweep at the beginning of this, but now it's looking like it is going to be droid domination for the rest of this thing. But I suppose we'll just have to see, you know, maybe the clones make a comeback here. Who knows? Alright, well, the clones are definitely getting defeated here. 196 of them remain. Somehow they're up here or something? Where are they? I'm very confused. Okay, they're probably scattered about, honestly. The droids only have 300,000 left, so the clones almost did it. They got 3.7 million kills. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. But the droids, of course, did get 1 million, so it is what it is. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. The 174 clones that are somewhere out here are dying slowly but surely. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications turned on, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.